Today's episode has been brought to you by the Outrigger Kona Resort and Spa. For 75 years, Outrigger has charted a journey of discovery, expanding from Hawaii to premier resort destinations including Fiji, Mauritius, Thailand, and the Maldives. Come be here with authentic signature experiences and relax in luxury at any of our Hawaiian locations, including Ohana Hotels, Hawaiian Vacation Condos, Kapalau Villas, and Honua Kai Resort and Spa, Maui. Find out more at outrigger.com. Jack's Diving Locker. Come dive with us in Kona for a unique adventure with experienced dive masters. And the Manta Pacific Research Foundation, dedicated to research, education, and conservation of manta rays and the marine environment since 2002. And viewers like you. Mahalo.
Aloha! I'm Christalynn. Welcome to the amazing animal kingdom of Hawaii.
Episode 4, Magnificent Mantas.
The waters surrounding the Hawaiian Islands are a vibrant ecosystem hosting a variety of marine life, including several species of rays, each with unique traits and ecological roles. Let's delve into the details of some of the most notable ray species in the Hawaiian waters, exploring their characteristics, sizes, colors, estimated populations, habitats, and some lesser-known facts about them. Stingrays. Stingrays common to Hawaii include the Hawaiian stingray, Dasyatus lata, and the pelagic stingray, Pteroplatytrigon violaceae. They are generally smaller than manta and eagle rays, with the Hawaiian stingray reaching up to 1.5 meters in width. They tend to have a more muted color palette, often blending with the sandy ocean bottom. Like the spotted eagle rays, precise population figures are not readily available, but they are considered rare. Hawaiian stingrays are typically found in sandy areas near coral reefs, while pelagic stingrays prefer open ocean conditions. Little known facts. Stingrays are equipped with one or more venomous barbs on their tail, which they use defensively. Spotted eagle rays, Etobatus narinari. Spotted eagle rays are known for their long tails and spotted dorsal surfaces. They can grow up to 3 meters in width. As their name suggests, they have distinctive white spots or rings on their dark blue or black bodies. Specific population estimates in Hawaiian waters are not well documented. They are considered relatively common in coastal areas. They are often found in bays and coral reefs, sometimes in shallow water, but can dive to at least 80 meters. Little known facts. Spotted eagle rays are strong swimmers and can leap out of the water. They have specialized cheek teeth for crushing hard-shelled prey. Manta rays, Mobula afredi and Mobula birustris. Manta rays are distinguished by their large size and graceful swimming behavior. There are 2 species commonly observed around Hawaii: the reef manta ray, Mobula alfredi, and the oceanic manta ray, Mobula birustris. Reef manta rays can reach up to 5.5 meters in wingspan, while oceanic mantas can grow significantly larger, up to 7 meters across. A wingspan of up to 29 feet and weigh as much as 5,300 pounds. These filter feeders primarily consume zooplankton and krill, swimming with their mouths wide open to sift through their food. They are mostly black or dark in color on the top with unique white belly markings, which can be used to identify individuals. The population of manta rays in Hawaii is thought to be in the hundreds, with specific hotspots around the Big Island and Maui, where they are regularly sighted. Unlike their stingray cousins, manta rays do not have stingers and pose no threat to humans. These filter feeders consume vast quantities of plankton, which they funnel into their open mouths as they swim. Reef mantas frequent coastal waters and are often seen at cleaning stations where small fish remove parasites from their skin. Oceanic mantas are more commonly found in open water and can dive to depths of over 1,000 meters. Giant manta rays are known for their long migrations across oceans. They exhibit fascinating behaviors such as forming feeding cyclones, where large groups spiral upwards in a column to draw in plankton. These gentle giants have a low reproductive rate, typically giving birth to one pup every 2 to 3 years, contributing to their vulnerability and the difficulty in population recovery. With a lifespan of about 50 years, manta rays' evolutionary journey began approximately 20 million years ago, evolving from the bottom-dwelling rays to the majestic free-swimming creatures we see today. Their evolution involved significant changes, such as the relocation of their mouths to the front of their heads, the loss of their stinging ability, and the development of their characteristic wing-like pectoral fins. Their skeletal structure is made of cartilage, like their cousins the sharks. Manta rays are distributed worldwide in tropical, subtropical, and temperate waters, from coastal regions to the open ocean. Despite their global presence, their populations are small and highly fragmented, making it challenging for scientists to estimate their global population size accurately. The largest known population of giant manta rays is found in Ecuador, particularly in areas like the Machalía National Park and the Galapagos Marine Reserve. Manta rays face significant threats from commercial fishing, particularly for their gill plates, which are used in traditional medicine despite lacking scientific backing for any health benefits. Conservation efforts have been made, including fishing bans in several countries and international protections under the Convention on Migratory Species. Little-known facts. Manta rays have the largest brain of all fish, which might contribute to their curious nature. They are known to engage with divers and snorkelers. One of the most magical experiences Hawaii offers is the manta ray night dive. Equipped with lights, divers and snorkelers can witness the ballet-like movements of the manta rays as they feed on the plankton illuminated by the lights. Manta rays, often referred to as hahalua in Hawaiian, are not only one of the ocean's most magnificent creatures, but also hold a special place in Hawaiian history and culture. Considered amakua, or guardian spirit, by some families. These magnificent creatures were revered, believed to embody ancestors who could protect and guide their descendants. Let's hear what people in Hilo think.
Let me give you a quick background. I'm actually from Oahu.
Okay.
And my connection is more like Waikani is like freshwater. So I'm actually a lot more connected to the mountain like itself. And since my move here, like I've been learning about the ocean, which is a whole different world and aspect of Hawaii.
Ooh.
And yeah, so
I love that.
yeah, learning about the animals and even like the for example the Moana movie, the way the manta ray is reflected as a guide, a source of guide, like that's how we us natives like connect that to the ocean. I mean, so we flow based upon like the turtles. We learn from the turtles, we learn from the manta rays, and even the sharks like that we find is our amakuas, which is like very neat to me. It's like a whole different language. Even coming from Oahu, which is still part of the Hawaiian Islands, here on Hawaii, this island itself is very much more connected to the elements, and you can feel like the flow of the elements guiding you. Upon your journey, you can just walk in silence and reach the ocean, and you will see like a random manta ray that will guide you to the right direction, or even turtle that will like reflect the changes that you need to make in your life. It's such an interesting like lesson that you can learn in silence, just watching the elements flow here. Even the trees itself, they tell you like where to sit and how the wind is gonna flow, you know what I mean, and how the rain is gonna protect you. Like, so it's pretty interesting. Yeah, sorry I went off.
No, I love that. That was beautiful, actually.
Hi everybody, I'm Edwin, and I have some thoughts about manta rays. I don't really know how to think about them though, because I've never really seen one. I think I would be scared if I saw one in the wild.
Let's ask an expert.
In 1985, I did my very first manta ray night dive here. And back then, you would get in the water and swim into the shallow water at the base of the cliff. And the manta rays are swimming back and forth in about 15 feet of water. And there's plankton, and the manta rays are swimming back and forth. And each manta ray, the adult females are like 12 feet across. And it's like this ballet, and they're illuminated from above. And there's manta rays, and they're swimming around, and they're feeding on plankton. And these are huge animals. Sometimes people are afraid when they see a huge animal and they're in the ocean, but manta rays are completely harmless. Manta rays have no teeth, they have no tail stinger, are shy, completely harmless. Manta rays have no sharp teeth, they have no tail stinger, they're really large, but they are shy and completely harmless.
Aloha! I'm here at the Outrigger Kona Resort and Spa with Keller Laros.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Christalynn. Why do they call you the Manta Man?
Aloha, Christalynn. They call me Manta Man because I've been diving with manta rays for almost 40 years.
40 years. So you started when, right out of high school?
Good question, Christalynn. I started diving with manta rays back in 1985. August 13th, 1985, I logged my very first manta ray night dive here at the hotel in the shallow waters right here at Pa'akai Point. The hotel was opened in 1971 as the Kona Surf Resort. It was one of the original hotels on the west coast of the island of Hawaii. They started shining bright lights down into the shallow water, and the bright lights attract plankton. Plankton attracts manta rays, and the manta rays come to feed on the plankton. Manta rays need to eat about 12% of their body weight every week in plankton, right? The baby manta rays, when they're born, are about 3 feet across. The males grow to about 8 feet across. The females grow to about 12 feet across, weighing about 1,000 pounds. They need to eat 12% of their body weight every week in plankton. So the hotel's lights attract a lot of plankton. The lights attract the plankton, attracts the manta rays, and attracts the visitors. And it's an amazing experience for people to get to come and see these manta rays. You know, from the lanai, you can look down and see them. They're swimming back and forth. It's like this manta ray ballet. But the thing that's even more amazing is when you actually get in the water with them, snorkeling or scuba diving, and the manta rays are swimming around. It's this manta ray ballet. It's absolutely magic. One of the things I found that is so special about this is that you take somebody who is maybe coming to Kona, maybe they've never snorkeled before, maybe they've never been in the ocean before, and all of a sudden they see a manta ray. They get in the water with a manta ray, and all of a sudden they are just infused with this passion about manta rays because they're so amazing. And the manta rays, their graceful ballet, it draws you in, it sucks you in. And so we have these people, I mean, literally hundreds of thousands of people per year come to Kona, and they snorkel and dive with manta rays. And hopefully, when they're done with this experience, they leave here with a feeling of sense, a feeling of awe, and a feeling like they really need to do everything they can to protect the ocean, protect the manta rays, protect the environment. I think Jacques Cousteau said it best: people protect what they love.
Very true. What caused you to found the Manta Pacific Research Foundation?
Well, the thing is, we wanted to do everything we could to encourage education about manta rays, conservation of manta rays, as well as we're proponents of research concerning manta rays in the marine environment. So in 2002, we founded the Manta Pacific Research Foundation, dedicated to research, education, and conservation concerning manta rays in the marine environment.
I love that. What kind of research do you do at the foundation?
The thing we've done primarily, myself, is the identifying of the different manta rays. Each manta ray has a unique set of spots on their abdomen. It's like a fingerprint. And we're able to identify each individual manta ray. So back in 1991, I took photographs of the manta rays and we glued them into a scrapbook. And we started keeping track of the different manta rays. As technology advanced, it became like automated and like, cyber. And so now we've got an app, it's called Manta Tracker, that's free on the App Store. And you can also visit mantapacific.org. We've got 339 different manta rays that we've identified using the spot patterns to tell them apart. And some of them, like Big Bertha, I've known her since 1992. I saw her last night. You know, it's like these animals live 20, 30 or more years, right? It's like, I have this like amazing rapport, this like long-term relationship. I've known Big Bertha longer than my children have been alive.
Wow.
And I saw her last night. If you get a photograph of a manta ray that's not previously identified, then you get to name the manta ray. And so consequently, people get to name manta rays all these kind of crazy things, right? I named, we got Big Bertha, we got Lefty. I named one Russell after my son, Janelle after my daughter, Winiki after my wife. I mean, we've got one that's named Darth Raider. We've got Death Ray. I mean, we've got Stephen Colbert. We've got Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I mean, whatever you want to do. One of the first manta rays that was named during the COVID lockdown. My friend Emily was freediving out here in front of the Outrigger Kona Spa and Resort, and she saw a new baby female manta ray, right? She got a picture of it, right? And she took a picture, and we checked it on the website, and it was brand new manta ray, and she named her Quarantina.
Quarantina.
Yeah, and we've seen Quarantina. I mean, I saw her just like a week ago, right? It's super cool, right? And so you see this little baby.
Well, at least it'll help you remember how old she is.
I know, right? 2020, we know Quarantina. But it's funny because, and that's a good point, it's like Quarantina, right? And we had the one, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, right? And like sometimes they're, based on like the time that it happened, like the quarantine. Sometimes it's just like, classics, Big Bertha, right? I mean, sometimes it's like Darth Raider. I mean, I don't know. Stephen Colbert, we have one named Stephen Colbert, I don't know why. Sugar Ray, Stevie Ray. And sometimes there's like ones about like, people that and you name them after somebody that you care about. Like I've named them after my wife, my children. Because there's this really personal relationship that you get with a manta ray. they're big animals. They've got a lot of personality. You've got a lot of gravitas, right? I mean, when you get up there close to a manta ray, and they're protected in Hawaii, so no one messes with them. And these are large animals that will approach you, and if you don't do anything aggressive or obtrusive to them, they will come right up to you and they will hang out with you. And like all of a sudden you're hanging out with this amazing, large creature who is so graceful, so beautiful, and they're swimming around with you, man. You get this personal relationship. So when I'm naming them, it's like I'm naming it after my wife, my family, my children, my friends, things that are personal to me. And I don't know if they recognize the names, but I think they recognize me, and I see them, and I see them sometimes. I'll start talking, and they just swim right up to me and start circling around. It's like,
Well, they have pretty big brains, don't they?
manta rays have got the largest brain of any fish. It's 200 to 400 grams. It's the size of a human fist. It's endothermic. It's warmer than the rest of their body, right? I mean, which is huge on an animal. We're not sure why they have the big brain, but we think it's because they need to be very smart and wise in how they utilize their ecosystem. Manta rays need to eat about 12% of their body weight every week in plankton. So if you're a 1,000-pound manta ray, you need a lot of food.
Yeah.
We've tagged manta rays, and we have followed them up and down the coast, and they're very specific in where they go. They go where the food is. We've tagged manta rays, and we followed them, like bobbin ray, they followed him all the way up to Hawai'i, and they lost track of him when they got up there to the Alenuihaha Channel. Right? That's like, what, 50 miles from Kona?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, do they just stay in the Hawaiian Islands, or do they do some migration?
Good question. Manta alfredi, there's two species of manta ray. They're the Baroceras, which is the giant pelagic open ocean manta ray. They grow to over 20 feet across. Then there's the alfredi, the small ones. They're only 12 feet across.
They're only 12 feet across.
They're tiny, they're small.
Tiny.
And I've seen the alfredi and the Baroceras side by side, and you see like a 12-foot alfredi, and you see a 20-foot Baroceras. It's like seeing a car and a truck, you know what I mean?
20 feet is huge.
It's enormous.
And then it's all just it's just all massive.
Yeah.
It's just all just meat.
Yeah. Now the Baroceras, we've identified Baroceras on this island and had them resited in Molokini, but that's not surprising because they're pelagic. The alfredi, of the 250 alfredi that we've identified on this island and the 250 alfredi identified in Maui, none of the alfredi have ever crossed between the two islands. Now here's the crazy science. Mark Dicos got DNA from 20 manta rays in Maui and 20 manta rays on the Big Island when he was doing his PhD. And he compared them. And it appears that a manta ray crosses between the Big Island and Maui. A Manta alfredi crosses between the Big Island and Maui every 500 to 1,500 years for a female, and a male every 50 to 150 years. It's only 30 miles between the Big Island and Maui.
Yeah.
But the water's 8,000 feet deep out there. The alfredi do not change islands.
Okay. Wow.
One of the super cool things we've been doing since COVID, when we were coming out of COVID, there weren't a lot of visitors in our foundation. We had some money and we had some thirst for knowledge, and we thought maybe we could extend that DNA sampling and try to learn more about the manta rays. So we've been collecting tissue biopsies of the manta rays. It's a very small, unobtrusive, non-invasive procedure where you take a little tissue biopsy. It's like about this big. And what we're doing is we're getting tissue, and we're going to be able to compare the mitochondrial and the nuclear DNA of the manta rays on this island. And then we'll compare it with the manta rays on Maui, and we'll get a better feeling for how many different, populations. Is this one population? Is it two populations? We suspect it's two populations. To me, I'm a very soft scientist. What I really want to find out is who's related to who, right?
Right.
I've known Big Bertha for almost 40 years, right? So are we going to find that these are cousins, siblings, non-related at all? One of the things that's really important for the biology and the management of a population is how do they reproduce? Is it a lot of males and just a few females? Is it a lot of females and just a few males? Is it evenly spread across the population? Because then there are very different management plans you have to come up with how to protect the population. The most important thing to know is that we have a closed population on the island of Hawaii. Our mantas on this island do not go anywhere else. If anything were to happen to these manta rays here, they would not repopulate through immigration or migration, right? It's a very small, closed population. We figured that there's maybe 110 mature breeding adults on the Big Island of Hawaii. More research needs to be done. We're doing it right now.
Okay. What are the biggest risks that manta rays are facing today?
Well, habitat loss. I mean, global warming. I mean, acidification of the oceans, microplastic. Those are all across the board a problem for all marine life. Here in Hawaii, the things that manta rays are most likely to encounter are accidental boat strikes, right? Because oftentimes you're feeding on the surface and you're just driving, you can hit a manta ray. We've got plenty of video of manta rays that have been hit by boats. It's really hard on them. Accidental entanglement is another thing, right? I mean, manta rays get tangled up in moorings and fishing lines all the time. Hawaii, the Big Island in particular, is a labyrinth of problems for manta rays because the nature of Hawaii is that the water gets so deep so quick. So when people are fishing, they cast the lines way out, right? And the manta rays are swimming by, and in that area, the manta rays can get tangled in these fishing lines because manta rays, Alfredi, they like to hang in relatively shallow water, 100 feet and shallower. In Maui, you go Maui, Molokai, Lanai, I mean, in that area, manta rays move freely between all those islands, and in that area, and the water's measured in hundreds of feet. Here in the Big Island, the water offshore is measured in thousands of feet. So our manta rays here in Kona and on the Big Island, they're relatively close to shore. Consequently, they are more likely to get entangled by fishing line accidentally, and we see lots of manta rays with fishing injuries. Koi, one of our favorite manta rays, had fishing line wrapped all the way around her left pectoral fin, and it was completely cut off. I mean, and it's really sad. She also swam into a fishing line. She got on her right pectoral fin, and we were able to cut it off. She swam around on a night dive, and like 4 of us just took turns cutting the fishing line off and pulling it out of the wound. I've still got the fishing line at home, but she just continued to swim around and letting us cut the fishing line off. The mantas in Kona, we see a lot of fishing injuries, fishing line injuries to them. Boat strikes, accidental entanglement, acidification of the ocean, habitat loss, degradation of habitat. Those are all things that
Is there anything that fishermen can do to alleviate the problem?
Well, one thing is, only have as many lines in the water as you possibly can. Sometimes we see people with like one guy with 12 lines in the water. I don't know if you need that. The other thing is don't use stainless steel hooks. If you have a stainless steel hook, it's never going to rust out. We see a lot of manta rays, and we see this with white-tip reef sharks and turtles as well. The hook is in there, right? And if it's just a regular steel hook, it'll rust out and eventually go away. But if it's a stainless steel hook, it's never going away.
What is a typical day in the life of a manta ray?
A typical day in the life of a manta ray is it's amazing, right? Manta rays are always looking for food. That's job number 1. And then number 2 is they need to get cleaned. They need to get cleaned. They have a lot of parasitic creatures on them, copepods. And the copepods are little crustaceans about the size of a half a grain of rice. Sometimes it will have thousands of these copepods on them. So they're always looking for a place where they can get the copepods off of them. Right here in front of the Outrigger Kona Resort and Spa, there's an amazing cleaning station. And the mantas will hang out here and they swim around, and the Hawaiian cleaner wrasse and the Hawaiian saddle wrasse will take turns cleaning and eating the parasitic creatures off of the manta rays. And I was at 90 minutes out here with manta rays, and the mantas just swimming around. If you don't disturb them, the manta rays will hang out there for endless amounts of time as the fish clean the parasites off of them. One of the things is a lot of times people come out and they're really excited. They see manta rays and they just want to go down and see them really close. And when the manta ray is swimming around getting cleaned, what you don't want to do is disturb it. You should give it some respectful distance. Don't get in front of it. Stay a safe distance away. Whether you're scuba diving or snorkeling, let the manta ray have the right of way. And if you don't disturb them, they will literally hang out for an hour or more. And you can watch the fish cleaning them, and the manta rays will slow down. Manta rays don't have a swim bladder, so if they stop swimming, they slowly sink. So what they often will do, will go really slow. They open up their gills, they'll flare their gills, open their mouth, they'll flare out their cephalic fins, and you can see the fish swimming in and out of their gills, in and out of their mouth, cleaning them. And it's really, really cool to watch this sort of symbiotic relationship. And it's symbiotic because the manta ray gets a benefit, because it gets rid of parasites, and it's symbiotic because the cleaner wrasse and the saddle wrasse get dinner. So it's really cool to watch this. Yeah, and it's further symbiotic because the humans get to watch this, right? And that's one of the coolest things about the whole manta ray environment that we have here in Kona, is it's symbiotic. The manta rays get a meal, right? So it's a benefit for them. The humans get to see manta rays, so it's a benefit for us. There's different levels of relationships, right? There's the parasitic relationship when one animal gets a positive and the other one is a detriment. That's a parasite, right? Then there's the commensal, where neither is detrimental, it's just they live together but no one benefits from it. And then there's a symbiotic, where everyone gets a win. And the human manta ray relationship in Kona, I think, is a symbiotic one. And that the manta rays get to have food, they get to see the humans, they get to have the food attracted to the lights, and humans, their plus is that the humans get to see the manta rays, and everyone walks away a winner.
Where did the manta ray go during the day?
We know this with 100% accuracy. They go in the ocean.
Okay.
Unequivocally.
I break the third wall all the time, so.
During the day, manta rays are swimming around. They're looking for food, and they're looking for a place to get cleaned. Occasionally, they're looking to mate. So sometimes you see the relationships. I mean, they have relationships. And you'll see them swimming around together when it's mating season. And we don't really know if there is a season for mating, but sometimes we see what is obviously courtship relationships, where they're kind of following along, chasing each other. Sometimes you see relationships where like the males are messing around. Sometimes you just see them hang around at a cleaning station. Mostly manta rays are like teenagers. They're looking for food, and looking for a place to chill out, and then looking for a place to take a nap.
Do manta rays sleep?
It's hard to say if they sleep like we do. Manta rays have no swim bladder, which means if they stop swimming, they sink. Sharks, elasmobranchs, manta rays, stingrays, eagle rays, they will sink if they don't swim. So they're not sleeping like we do, but they will cruise around, and sometimes you'll see them, they swim by and they're just like chilling out, and they might not even notice you. Maybe they're asleep. One of the things we found from research, one of our board members, Dr. Chilla Ari at the University of South Florida, has found that manta rays, the white on their back can change. So sometimes you'll see a manta ray and the white on their back is very vibrant, really pops. Other times that same white on that same manta ray will be really muted. And one thing we found is that like when manta rays are agitated and excited, the white will be very, very bright. When manta rays are really relaxed, it'll be very muted. And one thing I've noticed is that when they're getting cleaned, they'll swim around and the white on their back is very muted. You can barely see any white at all. And then the parasites show. So I think that the white when it's muted is better for getting clean. When manta rays are excited, like tangled in the fishing line, or if they're feeding, or if it's like courtship behavior, then the white is really bright, very vibrant.
So they almost have like a camouflaging, but it's their own, like a moodiflaging. Do manta rays parent their young?
As far as we know, there is no postpartum care between a mother and the child. Manta rays are ovoviviparous, which means that they retain the egg inside the female. We think a manta ray reaches sexual maturity between 6 and 8 years. When the males and females mate, the male grabs the pectoral fin of the female in his mouth, holds it onto her, inserts a clasper into her cloaca. The transfer of genetic material takes place. It's very romantic. The female is swimming and the males follow her, right? And sometimes there will be a courtship train where there will be like literally a dozen males following the female. And sometimes it's very slow, right? Sometimes it's fast. It's like fighter jets. It's like NASCAR. And the female turns as tight as she can, and the guy in the number 3 spot takes over the number 2 spot. And it's unbelievable when you're in the water and you see like a dozen manta rays come by full speed, just huge animals blazing by you, right? Sometimes it's very, very slow. All sharks and rays, when the males and females, when they're going to mate, the male grabs the female's one of her fins, pectoral fin generally, in its mouth, and then hangs on and rotates over and inserts his clasper in the cloaca, and then the transferred genetic material takes place. We know from captive manta rays that the gestation period is about 370 days, so a little over a year. The ovoviviparous, so the egg hatches inside the female. They have 1 pup per litter, and then she gives birth to a fully developed baby manta ray, right, through her cloaca. From captive manta rays that they had down at the Okinawa Aquarium, the mom was 17 feet across, baby was 1.9 meters across. It's like 6 feet.
Wow.
Do you have children?
I do. That's a big baby.
No episiotomy.
No. 17 feet across is a big.
That's a big mom.
It's a big mama.
Yeah. But they have that 1 pup, and then there's no postpartum care as far as we can tell, right? I mean, the moms and the babies, and when we see the manta rays, like we've seen so many generations of manta rays over the last 38 years. A lot of times when the babies come in, they're, like the Alfredi, they're like maybe 3 feet across. They're very shy. They don't relate with the adults. The bubbles freak them out and everything. It takes them a while to get used to, find their place in the ecosystem and their environment.
Afraid of bubbles.
Yeah, I know. But they're afraid of bubbles.
Oh.
But anyway, you got to come and see the manta rays. Come down here to the Outrigger Kona Resort and Spa. It's just absolutely amazing. You can hang out here at the lanai. They're swimming back and forth. If you're adventurous, you can go snorkeling with the manta rays. If you're a certified scuba diver, you can get in the water and go scuba diving with the manta rays. It's absolutely magic. I mean, there's so few places in the world where you can get in the water with large, amazing, beautiful marine creatures like this. And because they've been protected since 2009, because no one messes with them, they're very comfortable with people. They'll approach you, you can approach them. It's really, really cool. It's just magic. I recommend everyone should come and do it. Aloha and welcome to the Outrigger Kona Resort and Spa. We're here at the manta ray viewing deck, and Christalynn and I are going to go and check out some manta rays. Aloha and welcome to the Outrigger Kona Resort and Spa in beautiful Keauhou Bay. This is ground zero. This is where the manta ray night dive all began. It's the world's premier location where you can see manta rays, experience the thrill, the majesty, and just the absolute beauty of being in the water and seeing these creatures swim around as they feed on plankton. It is absolute magic. I've been doing this for almost 40 years, and it is something you do not want to miss. Get down here now.
It's Huaka'i time.
My name is Keller Laros. I'm the founder of the Manta Pacific Research Foundation. I'm a PADI Master Scuba Diver Trainer. I've been scuba diving with manta rays since August 13th, 1985. I've logged, as of today, 14,604 scuba dives. About 14,500 of them here in Hawaii. I co-authored the Manta Ray Diver Specialty class in 1993. Most dangerous thing in manta rays are humans, right? I mean, accidental entanglement, boat strikes, all that stuff. Natural predators, manta rays, are big sharks, right? Big sharks. Here in Hawaii, the biggest shark, apex predator, is a tiger shark, right? And we do see manta rays with shark bites out of them. Sharks tend to be kind of lazy. They want to get the easiest thing. So we don't see manta rays that have been bitten by them very often. If you see a manta ray that's been like eaten, it's usually something that's been tangled in a fishing line or something like that, and it's trapped. We need to do everything we can to help the manta rays, and that includes safe and sustainable practices. The most important thing, obviously, is human safety. The other thing is sustainability. Manta rays' bodies are fluid because they're cartilaginous fishes. They have no bones in their body. When manta rays swim, they propel themselves through the waters by moving their pectoral fins up and down. They're called myliobatiforms. And myliobatiforms, stingrays, eagle rays, and manta rays, are able to move themselves through the water by moving their fins up and down. Manta rays have the largest brain of any fish. A manta ray's brain is approximately 200 to 400 grams. It's the size of a human fist. It's endothermic. It's warmer than the rest of their body. It tends to indicate that they have very high brain function. From experiments we run, manta rays can identify other manta rays in a mirror. What we need to do is we need to find out if they're identifying themselves in the mirror or if they're identifying another manta ray in the mirror. More research is required. Each manta ray can be identified by the unique set of spots on their abdomen, right between their gill slits. Each manta ray here in Kona has a spot pattern. It's like a fingerprint. And each one is unique, different, and unchanging. I feel like I have this bond with them, and I feel I have a bond with them. I feel that they may have a bond with me as well. When you see a manta ray, the important thing to do is not to disturb it. Manta rays have been protected in Hawaii since 2009. In 2009, Act 09209 was signed by Governor Linda Lingle, and it made it illegal to kill or capture manta rays in the state of Hawaii.
manta ray embodies the spirit of Hawaii. Mysterious, captivating, and deeply connected to the Polynesian spirit and their voyager history. For Hawaiians, living alongside manta rays is a source of pride and constant reminder of the island's rich biodiversity. Each sighting of a hahalua is a moment of connection with Hawaii's natural and cultural heritage. Many ray species around the world, including those in Hawaiian waters, face threats from overfishing, habitat loss, and climate change. Efforts are underway to protect these magnificent creatures, such as the establishment of marine protected areas and research into their life history and ecology to inform conservation strategies. The majestic rays of Hawaii's oceans are a testament to the biodiversity and the complexity of marine ecosystems. Their presence enriches the natural heritage of the islands, offering invaluable opportunities for education, research, and ecotourism. Each species plays a critical role in the health of marine environments, highlighting the importance of the ongoing conservation efforts to ensure these rays continue to thrive in Hawaiian waters for generations to come. Thanks for coming with me today as we explored Hawaii's manta rays. Join me for next episode as we indulge in Hawaii's honeybees. Ahui ho!